Okay, the addition and subtraction of integers is a little more complex. If they're whole numbers, of course, it's not a problem, to add 3 plus 8 or 21 minus 7. Those things are pretty simple, and you understand that. I'm not going to bother reviewing that. But when you have integers, there's a way to look at them that you should know. You can either have positive plus a negative plus a positive. You can have a negative plus a negative. You can have positive and positive. I said I'm not going to cover those. We also have positive minus a negative, negative minus a positive, and negative minus a negative. Okay, let's look at positive minus a negative. Most of these I'm going to do on the number line. So if I see 3 plus a negative 5, okay, I'm going to look at my number line. Put that back up here real quick. 0, 1, 2, 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Now, even if you already know how to do this and you feel fairly comfortable, I know that I still get a little bit confused sometimes when there's too many negatives happening, and so it really helps me to visualize it on a number line. So maybe this will help you as well. Let's take a look. Where am I going to start? I'm going to start at 3. So if I'm going to start here at 3, that's how I'm going to picture it in my mind. Or right on the paper. I'll draw this right on the scratch paper. And that works for me. Now when I'm adding, it means that I'm going this way. It's going to the right on the number line. But I'm adding a negative, so I'm doing it backwards, which means I'm going to move 5 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces in this direction, and I'll wind up at negative 2. And this simple way of showing it is very useful. Let's go through the rest of these quickly. I'm going to try to move a little bit quicker so we don't make this video too long again. Negative plus a positive. Okay, if I have a negative 7 plus, let's go with plus 6. So here's my 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7. Okay, I'm starting at negative 7. Quite simple. I'm adding 6, so I'm moving 6 to the right. Here we go. My answer is negative 1. Okay, negative plus a negative. Let's do negative 2 plus a negative 3. Here's my 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. I'm starting at negative 2. Remember, when you add, you go in this direction, but since I'm adding a negative, I go the other direction. 1, 2, 3, and I find out that that equals negative 5. Okay. Okay. Now we were in the negatives, or now we're subtracting. I'm going to get rid of this here, give us a little more room on the board, clean it up a little bit. When you are adding or subtracting positive minus a negative, so if I have 5 minus a negative 3, again, I could do this on a number line, and usually you'll see it like this with the parentheses. And 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I actually didn't even give myself enough room there. Here's what I want you to do. Any time that you see minus a negative, all you have to do is make that into a plus. and you're at 8. So obviously I didn't go far enough. 5, because just like before, in fact, I want to show you how this works on the negative, on the number line. I'm sorry, this video might take a little bit longer. But if I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, again, I'm starting at the 5, and since it's minus, I should go this direction. But since it's a negative, I'm going to do it backwards. I'm going to go this direction. So that same trick still works for minuses. Minus just tells you to go the opposite way that you usually would. The first number is always where you start on the number line, and the second number, if it's negative, you're going to do go the opposite direction you normally would. Negative minus a positive. -2 minus 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, and -8. Okay, I'm starting at -2. And I simply subtract 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. End up at -8. And the final one is negative minus a negative. And these, you can see why this starts to get a little bit confusing. So if you use your number line and continue this method, it's a good visualization, and it's keep you from getting mixed up. If I have, let's say, -4 minus a -3. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. Okay, I am starting at -4. Okay, that's my starting point. Minus tells me to go this direction. But since I'm minusing a negative, I'm actually going to go this direction and end up at -1. Again, when you have minus and negative, you can just go ahead and say plus. So I'd have -4 plus 3. You can see how that works. Okay, I'm going to stop real quick because I know this is getting long.